Boker Tov Rabotai, we're here on this beautiful Monday morning. We are studying today's third chapter in Megillat Esther. I was going to say Masechet Megilah. In Megillat Esther, and the Torah writes, the Megilah writes, Achar HaDevarim ha'ele Gidal HaMelech Achashverosh et Haman ben Hamedat HaAgagi. After these occurrences, after these things, the king Achashverosh decides to make Haman elevated in position. After which things? What took place that now Haman is getting a promotion? You hear what's going on? So our rabbis explain, if you read the last chapter, what happened right before this? Mordechai saved Achashverosh's life. What happened before that? Esther became Achashverosh's wife. So two things happened already. Do we already have people inside the palace? You have Esther in the palace, and you have Mordechai saved his life. Now that God prepared, so to speak, the medicine, right afterwards, what happens? Now Achashverosh elevates Haman. Now the problem's going to start, but the solution's already in the mix. The solution's already in play. He picked him up. He was very happy with Haman because Haman gave him the idea to take a new wife. He married Esther. So he elevates Haman. Who does he elevate? Haman ben Hamedata Agagi. Who was Agag? Agag is a descendant of Amalek. His great-grandfather was Amalek. Haman. And so before Haman's chair was elevated and elevated and elevated, and by the way, I'm going to ask you a question, Alex. How long was Haman elevated for? How long was this whole story taking place? How long do you think?
A year, no?
The lottery was the 13th of Nisan, we're going to read right now, and it went to the next Adar, 13th of Adar, which is 11 months later. But Haman's elevation to Haman's destruction, you'd be surprised. 70 days. The whole story, 70 days. He went up, and boom, he fell. And if you count the Pesukim from here, from Haman going up, to where? To Haman's fall? 70 Pesukim. It's an unbelievable thing. This is a remez.
It's also from Bereshit until Nachash is also 70 Pesukim.
Fair. It's all a remez that what? That everything's shita, and everything's counted. Everybody kneels and bows in front of Haman. God, Ahashverosh said, you all must bow in front of Haman. Ki ken tzivah lo hamelech, u'mordechai lo yichra v'lo yishtachveh. Very powerful line. It doesn't say Mordechai lo kara, Mordechai didn't bow, Mordechai lo yishtachava, lo yichra v'lo yishtachveh. Straight to yichra. Mordechai will not bow. Future tense. He made a decision. I will never bow to this man. I will never bow to this man. Do what you want. Hit your head against the wall. I'm never going to bow to you. Go get the king, play politics. I will not bow to you. Why? Because I live with Hashem. Nigmar. So, ויאמרו עבדי המלך אשר בשער המלך למרדכי מדוע אתה עובר את מצוות המלך? Now everybody's coming, Rabbi. Oh, come on, Rabbi. Don't make problems. Come on. Right, you're telling Mordechai, why don't you bow? ויהי כי אומר המלך יום ויום ולא שמע עליהם. Mordechai says, חוב, חזק ברוך. Yeah, okay, no problem. Every day they're talking to him, חוב. He doesn't budge, he doesn't bow. ויגידו להמן, now, they go to Haman, and they say to Haman, look, Haman, this guy never stands up for you. This guy never bows in front of you. Yeah, ויגידו להמן, יעמדו דברי מרדכי. They want to see, is Mordechai going to be tough? Is he going to stand to his word? Or is he going to falter when pressure gets hot? כי יגיד להם אשר הוא יהודי. Because Mordechai told him straight, I'm a Yehudi. Says Mordechai had long peot. The Ben Ish Chai writes. I don't know if they were like this, but the point is that Mordechai was Ish Yehudi. You could see him, you knew he was Yehudi. There was nothing hidden about Mordechai. He was proud to be a Jew. Haman sees Mordechai doesn't bow to him. He doesn't kneel to him. Haman was full of not anger, he was full of wrath. How do you say wrath? Chema. There's lust, and then there's chema. Yeah, if there were any Kohanim, I would make a Kohen joke. But like he's chema, he's hot, he's furious. Yeah? He's wrathful. Vayives, now Haman, you have to know, when you mess with a person, you have to be very careful to mess with people who have ego. You mess with a person who has gava, yeah? These people, they're not happy with just getting revenge a little bit. His gava will make it that he wants to annihilate everything altogether. Yeah, he doesn't look like a problem. He's Mr. Gaiva. This is who Haman was. He says, I'm going to kill this one Jew. I'm going to get my hands dirty. Nah, I'm going to teach him a lesson. Yeah, Mr. Ego. What does he say I'm going to do? I'm going to wipe out the whole nation. Asher b'chol malchut Achashverosh am Mordechai. B'chodesh harishon. The first month, Chodesh Nisan. It was the month of Nisan. Bishnat 12. Now this is the 12th year Achashverosh made a party. The first party was when? Third year of his kingdom. Now we're 12 years in, which is 9 years into the story of Megillat Esther. It's 9 years pustia, he became king. 3 years later he made the party. And 9 years after that, this is the story that's taking place. He built Pur. He made the Pur. And they already said on Shabbat, what's a Pur? Pur hu ha-goral. What's a goral, Mr. Dave?
Lottery.
A lottery. Lifnei Haman. In front of Haman, miyom liyom mechodesh lechodesh. He made one for the days and one for the month. Shnei masaru chodesh Adar. And it came out to the month of Adar. And Haman became very happy. But our rabbis explain, you see, Haman, you became happy because Adar, Moshe Rabbeinu passed away. You have to know it was Adar Sheni, first of all. The second Adar you cannot play with. Amalek, Jodugar, it was a Mechashef. He knew how to play with your Shefa. He would ask, Alex, when is your birthday? Adar. Yeah. Adar? He would play with Alex's Shefa. But if Alex is born Adar Sheni, you cannot play with Alex's Shefa. Says the Yarod Devash, it's like a guy who's not wearing a shirt and you're trying to pull him by his shirt. There's nothing to grab him by.
By the hair.
And he doesn't have hair. There's nothing to grab him by. Yeah? So it came out in Adar Sheni and Haman wasn't able to bring out his plan. So listen to what he says. So scary. Listen to what he says. Vayomer Haman HaMelech Ahashverosh. Yeshno Am Echad. Yes, Adin Narod. There's one nation. Mefuzar umforad ben Amim. They are scattered and they are not unified. Meforad. They're, how do you say meforad? Separated.
Scattered.
They are scattered and they're separated. They're not all on the same team. Everybody's for his own agenda. They're scattered. Bechol medinot malchutecha, or throughout your kingdom. V'datehem shenot mikol am, v'datei hamelech enam osim. They don't care about your laws. Their laws are different. You know, they said to the king, they said if a fly falls into their cup, what's the halakha? If you have a fly in the cup, you take out the fly and you drink their cup. No problem. But if you, the king, touch their cup, move their cup, they're not going to drink it. That's what they said to Achashverosh. And he said, this is true? Yeah, it's true. When you have a waiter, he says, I want to open you the bottle. What do you tell him? It's okay, I open myself. Give me. I open myself, no problem. And I'll tell you a chidush. Even if it's mevushal, it's kedai. It's appropriate to still say, I want to open the bottle. Appropriate. Yes? Now, he says to him, I'm going to give you 10,000 talents of silver. Mazat kikar, talent. It's a lot of silver each talent. I don't know exactly the number, but it's not 1 kilogram.
Today it's equivalent to like $150 million.
Okay, a lot of money. He's giving him millions of dollars, not $5-10. Yeah, aseret alafim kikar kesef. Eshkol eledei oseh melacha lehavi el ginzeh melacha. I'm going to pay you. Let me get rid of this nation. Vayasar hamelech et taba'ato. He took off his ring. Now our rabbis say this one story that he took off his ring. Yes, it did more for the Jewish people than 42 prophets did for us. You had 42 top tzaddikim, chasidim, kiddushim. They would yell. They would say, Rabotai, chazru b'tshuva. Rabotai, come close to Hashem. Rabotai, close your business on Shabbat. Oh, but yeah, leave me alone. What's this fanaticism over here? Why are you telling me what to do? Dupul. Achashverosh took his ring off one time. Right away, everyone in the synagogue. Ashamnu, bagadnu, gazalnu. Right away. Started to do teshuvah. Why? Because right away we became afraid. From the Nevi'im, no. But when Achashverosh took off his ring, right away, we did teshuvah. Sometimes when you get a ticket or the IRS is calling you, it's the biggest bracha you can get. Why? Or sometimes there's a threat. Somehow, in your life, there's a threat that's the biggest bracha you can get. Why? God is taking you from being over here and He's elevating you very, very high. Why? Because now when you're under pressure, you start to behave better. You start to elevate yourself. You start to change yourself. Yes, that's what brings change to a person. Person goes to the doctor, tells you, oh, there's a problem over here. It doesn't look so good. Right away, he does teshuvah. I'm sorry. 2 weeks later, he goes back. The problem went away. He says, okay, Hashem, never mind.
I got this.
It's like the guy with the parking. He says, Hashem, yesterday, wow, I went to Brooklyn. Yeah, I'm driving. I was about to park on 48th Street, and I said, no, Hashem, I need to go on 49th Street. And I found parking on 47th Street already. I said, you know what, it's 2 more blocks, let me drive up. I drove up, I said, Hashem, please help me with a parking spot. I kid you not, that moment somebody pulled out, I pulled in right across the street from where I needed, in Brooklyn. Haidush. I was like, unbelievable. Wow. I got a parking spot right away, chick-chack. I got done what I needed to get done. And my suit did come out to be shatnez, by the way. Just as very bad. I mean, I never wore it. I bought a suit 2 years ago that I never put on. It's been in my closet. 2 suits I bought. And I never put it on, but my wife's been bugging me. Take them. So I took them. And they checked them out, and it came out over here, in the collar area, it came out shatnez. It's the company's, I don't know, whatever, but Hugo Boss. Yeah, Hugo Boss. We were once somewhere, and I got these suits. I never put them on, but they say that these suits, they're known to have shatnez. And sure enough, he put it under the loop, and then he scraped it, and he showed me, he says, look, this is linen, and this is wool.
99%.
That he showed me the linen inside. It's a thicker thread. Linen is stiff. Yeah, so he showed me over there, and he said, if you want to take it out, you want to fix it, this is how much it's going to cost you. A whole store. Sit. Not like this. So you should, if you have a wool suit, yeah, you should get it checked. You should get it checked to make sure that you don't have shatnez in the lining, in the back area. They sometimes put it in. Yes, even if it's 100% wool, they stick it in over there to make it more spiffy and stiff, I should say. So Alex, the king took off his ring, and he says, you know what Achashverosh said? Achashverosh said, yeah, he said, you can keep your money, he says, and you could still do with the Jewish people whatever you want. Right away they called the Sofrei HaMelech in the first month, and the day he did the lottery, right away they're already writing it up. Haman didn't waste any time. He made the lottery, he found out when he's going to do it, right away he came to Achashverosh. That day, they're already writing letters. They're already publicizing in all of the media. When? In 11 months' time, we're going to destroy the Jewish people. ואלה פחות אשר על המדינה, ומדינה ולצרי עם ועם, מדינה ומדינה ככתב ועם ועם כלשונו, בשם המלך, אחשוורוש, נכתב ונחתם בטבעת המלך. They stamped it, they wrote it and stamped it with the stamp of the king. And they sent all of the books to all the cities, להשמיד, להרוג ולאבד את כל היהודים מן העם ועד זקן. They want to wipe everyone out. Children, elders, everyone, don't leave one person alive. Okay? פצ'גן הכתב להינתן דת בכל מדינה ומדינה גלו לכל העמים להיות עתידים ליום הזה. הרצים יצאו דחופים, those who were running, they went out very quickly, בדבר המלך ועדת ניתן בשושן הבירה, והמלך והמן ישבו לשתות. Now they sit down, they're drinking their whiskey, their tequila, והעיר שושן נבוכה. That's the end of the third chapter. What comes out afterwards, Mordechai is going to know ברוח הקודש everything that took place, the money that was given, and Mordechai is going to fight against this decree. How did Mordechai get rid of it? Not just he prayed. Mordechai, he gathered all of the children. All of the children, I think it was 22,000 children. He gathered together a lot of children, and he started to teach them Torah. And he started to teach them the laws of Kemitzah. He started to teach them Torah to the children. And our rabbis say, when I learn Torah, and when a child learns Torah, it's not the same thing. Why? My mouth sometimes says good, sometimes says not good. So spiritually, I have an energy on this mouth. A child, his mouth is pure. Chisti, has no sin. Hevel pihem en bohet. There's no sin to their breath. Therefore, when a child, you can teach a child, Aleph, Bet, Bet. In heaven, this is a tremendous mercy for the whole world. Why? Because their breath has no sin. That's why anything you stop, whatever it is, the children, you never stop from learning Torah. Why? Because their mouth keeps up the world. Their breath keeps up the world. Their breath has no avirot. So that's how Mordechai got rid of Haman. How did he get rid of him? He got the children together. And we have to learn from him to make sure we learn with our children, to sit with them, to learn with them. Aleph, Beit, Bameh Madlikin, I don't know what, Ketzad Haidim Lazim Zomamin, whatever it is that your kid is learning in school, Mishnah, Gemara, Halacha. Learn with your child. It's an elevation of the Shekhinah. It's a protection for Klal Yisrael. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen wa amen.